Dave. I'm going to answer your 5-question tag since we didn't have Jasmine's tag this week, but I couldn't find it. Anyway, where's my camera? Here we go. Question 1. This is a good tag, by the way. Question 1. What do you enjoy most about quiet days at home? I enjoy the peace and quiet. It gives me a chance to relax, and it brings out my creativity. And what I'm working on right now is a little crown. I don't know if you can tell, I'm not done with it yet, but it's a little crown headband for my granddaughter. Question 2. What is your earliest memory? Well, that would be when I was 4, and I can't really put these in order, but I have several memories. And okay, one was in the wintertime, so I think it would be my mother was making potato candy, which only involves mashed potatoes, peanut butter, and pounds and pounds and pounds of powdered sugar. And it's very delicious. And I remember anxiously waiting for the candy to be ready so I could have a piece. That is one of my earliest memories, and that around the same time I remember my mother putting on opera when she did her dusting and sweeping, and my little sister and I would be waiting for her to finish so she would come and read our highlights magazine to us. And the opera, the music that I remember was from Madame Butterfly, and it was the aria called Un Bel Dì, A Beautiful Day, which I think Madame Butterfly sang. And I remember that year, this was in the late fall, I guess, because it was cold, going outside. We lived out in the country, going outside by myself, and I found what I thought was a little peanut tree. It was just a weed, right? It was just a weed, and I thought that it had a little peanut on it. I didn't know peanuts grew underground. What did I know? I was 4. And I ate it and probably got quite sick because it was not a peanut. And I remember going out to the shed and eating, I was by myself, okay, getting into the turtle wax. And I don't know how I got the can opening, because it was one of those cans where you need to put a key under the lid and push it up real hard. You probably know what I'm talking about. Got into it and got myself a nice good fingerful of turtle wax and ate that. And I remember it snowed that winter, and my dad went outside and got a saucepan full of snow, and brought it inside and made snow cream, which didn't really taste like ice cream, but it was wintertime, so, we pretended it was ice cream. And then in the summer, I remember playing with my sister outside and chasing the little chicks around the house. Yeah, I don't know why my mother had chicks, but she did. As I say, we lived out in the country. And I have one more memory from that time, and that was being in my mother's arms and not being able to breathe. And we were at church, but we were outside. I guess church was over. And my mother was holding me, you know, like you hold a baby. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I couldn't cry. And I wasn't doing it on purpose. And so I think I was having a type of infantile seizure, but she didn't know what it was. I sure felt sick. Anyway, that's enough being 4 years old. Oh my goodness. Okay, question 3. Did you like school? I did not like grades 1 through 8 whatsoever. But when I started high school, just like you, Dave, I loved it. I loved everything about it. All of a sudden, I had wonderful friends. I liked all my classes, all of them, except for algebra. But I did like geometry the next year. Yeah, high school, that's when I grew into myself. But in 8th grade, I did like weaving. I learned how to weave on a loom. They actually taught that in 8th grade. It was an elective, but you know. Okay, question 4. Did you go camping as a kid? Oh, hell yeah. We went camping several times a year. Always in the summer, but several times. We went in the Smoky Mountains. We went to Kentucky Lake. And then after we moved up to Chicago when I was 10, we went camping up north to the Ohio River, Starved Rock, Indiana, all sorts, all over the Midwest, the plains. And the last time I went camping was 7 years ago, and I do not believe I can set up a tent by myself anymore. I don't think I can set my tent up by myself anymore, but I love camping. Oh my God, I love camping so much. Which brings me to the last question. Did you like fish? Do you like fishing? Oh, another hell yeah. We went fishing when we went camping. So, I mean, we were always camping next to a little river or a lake or something, and I love fishing. I still love fishing, okay? I haven't been fishing for a while, but I would still enjoy it. Okay, there you go. And really, Dave, thank you so much for putting this tag together. I'll see you soon. Bye.